What explains historical trends in gas prices? Tyler Cowen and Alex Tabarrok explain in their economics textbook, Modern Principles of Economics. Demand rose through the 20th century. This put upward pressure on price, but supply increased even more rapidly as people developed new sources of supply and newer, cheaper production methods. Oil started becoming an international political issue through the 1950s, and the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, was founded in 1960 by Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. As more and more oil supplies were nationalized by the governments of OPEC countries, and as more and more countries joined OPEC, collusion became easier, and countries were able to withhold oil supplies and increase prices. This came to a head in 1973 with the Yom Kippur War. Arab oil exporters banded together and cut oil production in order to punish Western countries that had supported Israel, and oil prices exploded. In the late 1970s, additional shocks came from the 1979 Iranian Revolution and from the 1980 attack on Iran by Iraq. Shortly after, prices fell again as high prices signaled the huge demand for oil and therefore attracted entry over the long run by, for example, British and Norwegian producers. Prices increased again during the 1991 Gulf War, but they fell again when the East Asian crisis reduced demand for oil. Finally, the surging economies of China and India in the last decade or so, combined with political instability in the Middle East, have raised the demand for oil and reduced the supply. Economic growth in countries like China and India will probably continue to put upward pressure on oil and gas prices. Should we be worried about whether we'll run out someday? I don't think so. Prices, profits, and losses are signals. In this case, profits from oil production are a signal that says, find new sources and find substitutes. People are pretty clever, and they come up with innovative and ingenious ways to solve problems every day. If we leave them alone, they can solve this one too.